racingknow.com championship chase. The 2-miler, Fadalko, Edredon Bleu, with Flagship Uberalis, Function Dream and Tutchev on the outside, and Desert Mountain took the first fence in last place. On towards the second, an open ditch, and it's Edredon Bleu. It's the fire at the fences. Tony McCoy on board. Kicks him into this one, a great jump, and Flagship Uberalis hit that hard. Fadalko is second, Desert Mountain up the inside of Function Dream, then Flagship Uberalis and Tutchev in the red and yellow striped jacket, just the back marker. As they pass the enclosures then, with a circuit to go, the downhill fence will be next. As Flagship Uberalis still okay despite that mistake. As they climb to the highest point of the course, and it's Edredon Bleu on the inside of the nose-banded Fadalko. Then Function Dream in her final race today. Tutchev, Flagship Uberalis and Desert Mountain on the descent towards the third fence. Edredon Bleu came out best. That wonderful battle with direct route at the Cheltenham Festival last March. Over a year ago now. Leads at this by a couple of lengths to Fadalko, took it well. Then Desert Mountain creeping up the inside again of Flagship Uberalis and Function Dream, and Mick Fitzgerald content to wait and bide his time on Tutchev. Quicken up well as they start down the back straight. Line of 7 fences to take. The most spectacular sights in steeplechasing. Edredon Bleu really attacked the first of them, stood right off it. Good jump over the next. Edredon Bleu again met it well. Fadalko second, then Flagship Uberalis into third. Function Dream, Desert Mountain and Tutchev. Now an open ditch. Again, the leader very good at that, and in fact all 6 were, as they continue halfway down the back straight towards the water jump. Edredon Bleu by a couple of lengths to Fadalko. Flagship Uberalis on the near side and the Stars and Stripe jacket. They take the water. Tutchev moves up a place. On the outside of Desert Mountain, Function Dream right of frame, just beginning to feel the pinch perhaps as they go towards the railway fences. 3 in a line. Edredon Bleu leads over the first one. Good fluent leap, but that Tutchev was a bit slow there as they head towards the next. This is the 9th of the 13 they're coming to. Edredon Bleu hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Fadalko over in second. Tutchev again a little bit laborious. The last in the back straight, Tony McCoy really winding up the leader now, Edredon Bleu, and he's going to take some pegging back if he can last home in these conditions. Fadalko still going well in second, and then back in third is Flagship Uberalis. Tutchev's not going at all. He's in 5th place and really struggling to pose in on the leaders as they begin the turn out of the back straight, and it's Edredon Bleu from Fadalko in second, and then in third is Flagship Uberalis coming there on the outside. Desert Mountain in fourth. No response whatsoever from Tutchev, who's disappointing, and finally Function Dream. He gets to work on Edredon Bleu. Fadalko looks dangerous. Flagship Uberalis driven on the outside as they jump the pond fence. 3 out in the air together. The front 3 there. Desert Mountain back in 4th place. They round the final turn. Edredon Bleu, Fadalko challenging. Edredon Bleu running a very game race indeed in conditions that don't suit him. Fadalko on the outside over to another brilliant jump by Edredon Bleu there. Gained him another length over Fadalko. They're pulling clear of Flagship Uberalis with 1 fence left to go. Edredon Bleu and Tony McCoy challenged by Ruby Walsh on Fadalko at the last. One more brilliant jump from Edredon Bleu, but is it enough? Fadalko's still coming at him. They're on the climb for home, and Edredon Bleu is getting tired. Fadalko wearing him down on the near side. Head to head. Fadalko, Edredon Bleu, close home. Fadalko, Edredon Bleu. It's tight. Edredon Bleu made just and won it. It's really tight though. Fadalko on the near side. The jockeys congratulate each other on a marvellous race there. They pulled right away with Desert Mountain and Flagship Uberalis disputing 3rd place, and then they were clear of Function Dream and Tutchev. It goes to the judge here. I can confirm that Desert Mountain is 3rd. In 4th was Flagship Uberalis. But who's the winner? My impression was that Edredon Bleu might just have got back up, but the angle's deceptive. Fadalko was wearing him down on the run-in, and there the freeze frame. Perhaps it is Edredon Bleu. The crowd watching the big screen, watching this image. I wonder what they think. If I had to have a bet, it would be Edredon Bleu. We have to wait for the judge. If he's won, it was the most magnificent display of jumping by Edredon Bleu, the champion chaser at the festival in March 2000. followed up the hill there by trainer Henrietta Knight. Here's the result.
First, number 2.
And he's won it. Edredon Bleu
Number 3.
and Tony McCoy have just held Fadalko at bay in one of the races of the season. A magnificent finish, and I would think possibly the best display of jumping we've seen all winter too.
Awesome, the only word you can use for Tony McCoy and for Edredon Bleu. Despite not liking the ground, despite getting tired, McCoy was magnificent, so was Ruby Walsh on the runner-up. Fadalko sent off at Burlington Bertie, 132nd favourite, with Desert Mountain third at 40-1. Tuichev was the 9-4 favourite, but they say the National Hunt season has been dreadful. It certainly has been up to now. But look at a finish like this. Two of the top jockeys, Tony McCoy over here, Ireland's great jockey Ruby Walsh, at their finest. Bit too much use of the stick for my liking, but nevertheless, McCoy absolutely drove home at Edredon Bleu. The horse didn't like it on the ground. McCoy did not give up the rails. He fought his way round the inside at the final turn to edge home Edredon Bleu. The narrowest possible margin, wins by a short head at 7-2. What a price, those who stuck with a champion jockey in Britain.